Mr. Anderson, are you trying to design conference rooms in small and medium room spaces that don't fill out the entire room? You can't see everything? Are you stuck in a world where you're limited by cameras that don't show the whole room? If you want to see the new future of conference rooms, carefully come to the left, they're watching you. Exit down the hall towards the stairs, towards the hallway. Take a left. Take a left at the hallway. Do you hear the ringing phone? Answer it. Mr. Anderson, there is a world of better video cameras in conference rooms, where everyone in the room can be seen and heard, where they have full equity with everyone else in the office and in remote hybrid situations. Is that a world you're interested in? If so, take the yellow pill. If you want to return to a world of poor video and mediocre audio, the world you're used to, you can take the blue pill. Which pill do you want to take, Mr. Anderson? Good choice. You chose wisely, taking the yellow pill and joining us in the world of Jabra. In the world of Jabra, there's exciting new things such as the PanaCast 50 videobar system. It's an Android meeting solution certified for Teams and Zoom, and has a full 180-degree field of view with 3 cameras. So no matter where you're sitting, like me next to the wall, I'll be inside the view of the camera for the remote users to see.
Wow, that sounds really awesome. So I believe, we would like to see the view of how the remote viewers will actually be seeing the camera.
All right, so let me join a demo. I'm going to use the included PanaCast controller that comes with the device. And I'll just click join, a single touch join. And now you can see the full 180-degree field of view. So even though I'm next to the wall, I'm very much in the view for the remote users. And this is the only camera in the industry that can do that. All other cameras will require the table to be either moved off the wall or for everyone to sit more towards the center of the space. So this lets you use more space. You can put more seats in a conference room than you can with a traditional camera.
Wow, okay, so I believe that's a lot of real estate savings. But the thing is that I believe this is not the only viewing mode available. I believe there's other viewing modes that you would like to share with us, right?
Correct. Seeing 180 degrees is awesome, but for remote users, they don't want to see the camera, they want to see the empty chairs, they don't want to see the door. So there's a mode called intelligent zoom. And so what that does is it finds the shape of people and then we'll zoom in on just those two, just like we just saw. So now the remote users get a bigger view of us because we're kind of focused in on, and they don't see all these stuff that's a distraction.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just making the assumption because this is intelligent zoom. So let's say, for example, right now, if I were to stand up, and walk over just slightly out of the frame, I believe the camera would be picking me up shortly, which, there it goes. So so the intelligent zoom works as people come and go through the meeting. If somebody wants to hide underneath the table, like if I were to duck under the table, it eventually remove me. When I come back, it'll pop me back in. I'm not sure why people are hiding under tables. Maybe that happens in the United States a little more often. I guess so. So I believe there are other modes that you would like to showcase to us as well, right?
Yes. So we have a mode called Virtual Director. So let me enable Virtual Director. And I'm using the web interface for management and control of this device. So you can do a lot of this on device itself, but it's easier instead of poking around on the screen. I'm using the web interface. So now Virtual Director focuses on just the person. Mr. Anderson, you are not in this meeting right now. You're in the meeting, but you're not of interest because you aren't speaking. So Virtual Director focuses on this person who is speaking. So let's see how well this works. Mr. Anderson, could you tell me about what you had for breakfast today?
So what I had for breakfast is really very simple. A bread, butter, and some pork floss. And basically, as you can see, the camera has actually transitioned over to me right now. So I believe you would like to showcase something else with regards to this feature, right?
Yeah, and so the camera does take a minute to make sure it doesn't unnecessarily bounce back and forth. But then as two people start speaking and having a conversation, it'll show both of us. So what exactly was that last thing you said, pork floss?
Yeah, pork floss. So pork floss is basically, how should I put this?
Is it like bacon?
Not exactly. So it looks like, shavings. How should I put this? It looks very hairy, but it's tasty.
So as you've
Yeah.
seen throughout, the camera's framed both of us as you started
Yeah.
talking more about pork floss. It's focused in on you, and now it's showing both of us in the conversation. So that is Virtual Director.
Oh Michael, that's really lots of stuff that you're showcasing to us about, like the camera modes on the P50 and things like that. But, I believe the P50 has so much more it can offer, which has not been shown yet. And, the other thing is that I believe, that touch panel that you were, just briefly fiddling with at the start, I believe you have a lot more stuff to share about it as well.
Yeah, there's more we can say about this. So this panel lets people in the room control the meeting without having to use a remote control or a touch screen. It comes to you based off just a traditional Ethernet cable. So it's powered by Power over Ethernet. So you see there's only one cable managing this. So it's the first one in the industry that has that really high definition screen for deeper colors and just a better experience to see something that's a little sharper and brighter than everything else.
Wow, okay. So I mean that's for the touch panel, and it really sounds really different from what is being offered in the market right now. But the thing is that maybe you would like to share more about the P50, some of the cool features that you think our viewers would be interested in.
Yeah, some of the other things about the P50 video bar system, the VBS, is we have one display here, but it supports two displays. So depending on the size of the room or how you have it laid out, you can put two displays connected to it and maybe have a better layout within the meeting of how the team's meeting is shown inside the room. There's also an HDMI ingest,
Wow.
which basically means you can take a laptop or a Mac OS or whatever, plug an HDMI cable in, and share your laptop into the room. You don't have to be into a Teams meeting at all. You just share it and people can see it on the larger screen. So if you're sharing diagrams or something, you don't need a meeting for the people in the office. That's fine. But then if halfway through it's like, hey, we should invite Sarah to join us, you can then upgrade that screen share to a Teams meeting, and then she can see my laptop being shared using the HDMI ingest.
Wow, I mean the HDMI ingest function seems to be really cool, because the thing is that I think a lot of the times for other devices, when it's a Microsoft Teams Room device, typically you actually have to be in a meeting to actually share the screen. So I believe this really takes out a lot of the time and effort to actually just do a very quick share to the local participants.
And the audio also goes through the HDMI ingest, so you can do things like watch maybe a Matrix movie as kind of a lunch break amongst your friends.
Wow. That sounds awesome.
Yep. So in summary,
Yeah.
we did a quick run through of the PanaCast 50 video bar system, the 180-degree field of view, the different video modes. Are you glad you chose the yellow candy?
Definitely, and right now I feel more free.